Okay, let's take a look at my second round game at the Enci Limburg Open. I had the black pieces and I had to play a 1696 rated player. My opponent started with e4 and I played d5, the Scandinavian, and I wanted to play it in my normal type of system with the pawn on e6 and c6, very solid. But he played knight c3, and this is a very rare move, and I don't get this against me very often. And I decided to take and then play bishop b5, f5, knight e3, bishop g6, after knight f3, just knight e7, now after knight e4, knight f6, c3, e6. So here we enter this very solid setup for black, which I play often. Knight h4, queen c7, f4. Now white is able to get bishop here, take here, and maybe reroute this knight to e5 and this rook to e1 for instance. Then he has a very good position. f4 might also be to play f5 at some point and attack on the king side. I castled. He played bishop d2, and now I decided that I didn't want to have double pawns here on the g file when he takes with the knight. So I moved my bishop to e4. He took on e4. Now he gains the bishop pair, but in this position it's an advantage, but it's questionable how big white advantage is here. g3 solidifies f4. Now what I played c5. Maybe this isn't the best move, because c5 opens up the game while my opponent has the bishop pair and I do not. Bishop e3 and rook d8, wanting to get on this semi-open file. Queen c2, and I had to move back with my knight. And bishop f3. This is a very nice bishop here on this diagonal. It's a lot of scope and puts some pressure here on b7. Played knight b6. So we see that one of these knights may want to go to d5 at some point. And the problem for white is that when he if he wants to play c4, then the d4 pawn becomes weak. Rook a e1, getting on the semi-open file. Rook d7, wanting to get my other rook also on the same file. And queen g2, preparing maybe g4, f5. I just played rook d8. Now I played f5, and here I played knight b to d5, and according to my engine this is a blunder. So bishop g5, c takes. Okay, let's. Best here is e5, and that's because, well, it relieves this tension here, I believe, and takes control of the center. So while white is trying to do something here on the king side, black counters in the center. So yeah, that's a logical and a strong move, yeah. I had to play that move. But I played this move, and this is very good because I miss here bishop g5, and this is very strong. Pinning my knight, threatening to take here, and maybe take here. I play bishop f8, defending my knight. But now comes f takes e6, f takes e6, rook takes e6. So I'm already a pawn down, and he has to try to take here and then take here. So I played h6, trying to force him to take here and then take here. But this is a very big blunder because he just plays bishop takes d5. If I take the bishop, then he has a discovered check. So here I'm getting outplayed, really. This position is hopelessly lost. I played knight takes and offered the exchange. So hoping to maybe get some counter somewhere. Queen e4, and I played knight c7 to protect the e8 square. Rook g6, and here played c takes d, and now he didn't take but played knight f5. And here I thought, well, my position is horrendous. It's hopelessly lost, as I said. And well, I just wanted to maybe swindle somewhere. Just I played d3, and this is a very bad move. But as it turns out, well, we'll see how it turns out. But well, I won't say just yet, but okay. And knight takes h6 check, very strong, and I played queen h8, and now just any random move now would be very good, but he played knight f7, which is still very good. My engine gives this +5, but it wasn't the best. And I gave another exchange to play d2, and now we see that white might get some problems with this pawn. With correct play, this position still is +5, so yeah, here my engine gives rook h6, let's see. Well, if I take, then it's queen h7 and the game's over. So I have to play king g8. And now rook takes, queen takes, queen f7, king f7, queen f5. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and this is just hopelessly lost. Just, well, an easy win for white, this. But my opponent played rook takes f8 immediately. I took. And after queen d4, I had a little trick up my sleeve with queen c5. the queen is pinned, so it can't take the pawn. And after queen takes, play d1 and get a queen. And now I'm exchanging a pawn down, but I may have some initiative with the checks which I am able to deliver. King g2, queen c2 check, king h3, and queen takes g6. I already won his rook, but he plays queen c7, and now queen h5. Draw! I have a perpetual check, because if here queen g2, then just queen e2, queen g1, queen e1, so forth. So it's a draw. And I swindled the game, really. I had an hopelessly lost position, and I just tried to make something out of it, and I managed to draw it. So I think that's the thing you can learn from this game. Don't give up. Keep on going, and play on, and see what you can do. And here knight d5 is a move which I often play in this system of mine, but it isn't very good. So that's another thing you might learn from this, is not only look at what's possible, which is the rule, but also look for the exception. So this is an exception on the rule that knight d5 is a good move in this position. Bishop g5. Here a lot of problems for black. And well, I got lucky and managed to draw. So 1.5 out of 2. That's okay. And well, especially when you look at my position when it was was lost, a draw is fine. I hope you enjoyed this, and any comments or questions here on YouTube.